That was good. Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Deborah. I said I would talk about Dave Chappelle knowing how to love. I just got to admit, I just did that whole thing without recording. So bear with me while I get inspired again. All right. So I talked about, or I will talk about, or I'm talking about now, Dave, and how he brings his comedy to us, how he gets in trouble sometimes, and I think every time he gets in trouble with something he says, he does it on purpose. This is me being really I'm stretching this, but I can't help but know there's a rhyme to the reason of what he does and why he does it the way he does it. I think he's trying to get us to get past ourselves. I think it feels like he's trying to get us to think about ourselves, because even when he was telling those jokes, and this time he told jokes about people with disabilities, and there were some people in the audience that were laughing, and then some people in the audience refused to laugh. And I was trying to make sense of the people who were not laughing, because I got it, because I found it hard to laugh, but it was still funny. It was still funny. And if you are authentically human and in touch with your own humanity, you have to see the humor in even the worst, the hardest, the most biting jokes that any of them tell. But I'm talking about Dave, because I believe what Dave is really trying to do is to get us to look past our judgments about ourselves and about other people and laugh at the things that we do. You have to laugh at some of this stuff, because otherwise you would probably really lose your mind trying to be upright, trying not to laugh at something that's not politically correct to laugh at. And Dave is saying, get over yourself and laugh. Because if you really cared about those who are disabled or those who are on whatever spectrum they're on of the kind of people in our world, then you just be nice to them. And if those people, and I'll just say, and if those people, and I'm saying those people, whoever they are, could look at themselves and laugh at themselves as well, if they are capable, then they will not have to go picketing and go and I mean picketing Dave and doing the things that you do, because you got to see he's just making a point. And the point is, we're all human, having a human experience, and our job, and well, I know we're spiritual too, and our job is to get past ourselves so we can stay connected to each other. That's me in love. You make the necessary sacrifice. It is hard. I was watching the people who were not laughing, and they weren't laughing for a lot of different reasons. You know, they think it's insensitive, they think it's cruel. We get it, but it was still funny. I got it, but it was still funny. And the reason why I can laugh is because I know, this is Dave probably in his heart, he has no problem with anybody. Anybody. How can he when he knows who he is? And I think he tries his best to be himself when he's on stage, so that he can just be as open and as honest and as available to what he's saying as he's inviting us to be. So he's not just telling jokes. I think it's an invitation to laugh. It's for sure at ourselves, and it's an invitation to love. He clearly has a heart. If you hear it, the very last comment he made, because he said some things about trans people in, I guess, on a stand-up someplace, I didn't hear it, but at the end he says that they're right, and only a few people chuckled at that. And the reason why is because they were not listening to what, and I should say reason, what it appeared, because I don't know the reason why. What it appeared was that they could not hear in that comment that I have no problem with anybody, especially somebody that I tell a joke about. I am trying to connect with you on a very human level. And if you are as human as I am, you will find the humor in this, and then you will get over yourself, because I'm over myself. And I think that is the most difficult thing for us to do, because we're so busy thinking about what other people think about us. And clearly Dave is so used to being attacked by some group that he makes a joke about, that he's over himself, and he knows his heart. So I say, knowing your heart, being vulnerable, being open, putting yourself out there like that is all a sacrificial thing that he's doing. And therefore, he is saying, I love me, I love you. And, you know, if you've listened to him, he's made himself the butt of jokes. But you got to be open, and you got to be available. You got to be radically accepting to really hear someone talk the kind of truths he talk. And that's why I would say the self-reflection he does, he knows how to love you, he knows how to love me, and he is just being true to the fact that he loves himself. And he's willing to put up with us in the name of that by saying the stuff he says. Dave Chappelle, you know how to love.